So let's start with the Taylor Swift stuff and work our way backwards. The Wayfarer parties undoubtedly drug their feet. This is their bad. But once they did contact Taylor's lawyers and likely said, hey, what day are you available for a deposition? They said, oh, she's busy until after the album rollout. October 20th is the first time we can squeeze you in. And they said, okay, we'll work with that. Taylor's best friend said, I don't want to work with that. So the outcome isn't that Taylor doesn't get deposed. The outcome is either Taylor doesn't get deposed and she still gets called into trial, or Taylor gets forced to a deposition through a subpoena because they don't have to give her the courtesy of letting her choose a date she's available. They can just subpoena her and say, show up. And if that's the case, that's Blake's doing. What Blake said was, make her come in before she's ready. How is that a friend? If my best friend wasn't trying to work with me on my timeline, I wouldn't want to be friends with her either. So if you're going to try and convince me these women are still friends, I don't buy it. And again, refusing to extend professional courtesies like extensions, like saying we can have one fact witness deposed after the expert witness reports because this fact witness isn't really going to impact the expert witness reports. There's no impact by saying this 3-4 hour deposition can happen October 20th. There's no impact on that other than they just don't want to work with the other side. And that's unprofessional. So that's how the Taylor thing worked out. Again, she'll still be called into trial. She's still a witness. I don't know. It looks like sloppy lawyering on Wayfarer's part. I will give you that. But to act like this was some big win for Blake, all it makes me think is Blake is a really bad friend. Truly. The client list with Jed Wallace, the judge is allowing a fishing expedition. And just because the judge allowed it doesn't make it any less of a fishing expedition. This is a case of first impression. This type of case has never been brought before. And so what the judge is going to do is I want to have all of the information I have to make a sound decision at summary judgment. And I want to have all of the evidence we can have once we go to trial so the jury can make a sound decision. Because this is a case that has no case law behind it. This is a case that I can't look at other cases and see how other judges decided these issues. So it makes sense that the judge would be allowing a wide berth for discovery. We know it's a fishing expedition, though, because the way you usually do discovery is you do witness depositions, you do interrogatories, requests for admissions, and requests for productions, and then you branch out from there. Well, they mentioned this witness. I'm going to go find that witness. They mentioned this content creator. I'm going to go find that content creator. That's not what they did. They went out and subpoenaed anybody talking about Blake online, including a YouTube user with 1 subscriber at the time. That's a fishing expedition. So looking at the judge and going, the judge allowed it. Who are you talking to? Yourself? You don't seem to like me. You left another comment saying, this is so mean girl coded. If you think I'm so mean girl coded, why are you here? Why are you interacting with my content? I'm a civil litigator, by the way. I chose fighting, conflict, and tension for a living. So what makes you think I move through the world nice? I am kind. I would bet money you don't know the difference, though. And if I'm mean girl coded, I don't understand why you're here with your little, how'd that Taylor Swift thing turn out? How it turned out is that we all now get to see the kind of friend Blake is. And may that kind of friendship never find me.